Hello out there, and before we get started today, I just want to take a quick moment to first wish everybody a very happy New Year 2017, but also to thank everybody who tuned in and watched my previous video about the Para 3. Whether you're an old subscriber or a new viewer, I really appreciate it. That video is actually one of the most viewed videos that I've ever put out in only 3 days, so understandably, it is more about the knife and not the knife reviewer, but I'm still just very appreciative and have a lot of gratitude that this little channel is getting that amount of attention. So I really appreciate your time, and again, my thanks to all of you who've tuned in. But let's just jump right into what we're talking about today, and that is this Benchmade HK Nitrous Blitz. And this is actually going to be a follow-up video to my purchase video about this knife and also to my review of the Benchmade Lifesharp Service, because this knife just recently came back from that service after me sending it in a couple weeks ago. All right, so if you haven't seen either of those other videos, I will link to both of those in the description down below. But here is a quick 30-second summary of those two videos. Number one, the Benchmade Lifesharp Service, in my experience up to now, has always been really great. It's been a wonderful experience. They've always done a really good job of putting new life back into to old blades and fixing any issues that I've had. All right, and number two, this Nitrous Blitz had a number of issues when I bought it because I got it really, really cheap on eBay in a group of 9 other knives, and it had a pretty significant nick right down here in the edge. Also, the G10 looked a little bit worn, the pocket clip was completely bent out of shape, and the action was just not up to par. All right, and after I posted the video, I paid a little bit more attention to the action, and it was really not good at all, guys. And the lockup was really late and wasn't what it needed to be. So I decided, instead of trying to tune this knife up myself, to just send it in and see what kind of results I could get from Benchmade. You know, like I said, always had good experiences with Lifesharp and wanted to see what they would do with this and if they'd be able to fix the mechanism and the functionality of the knife. So I received it back actually the same day as the Para 3, and this is the service ticket. All right, so the service ticket here, it says repair. And everything that's blacked out is just like the names of the Benchmade employees or like my information. And you can see over here it says part missing, which is the clip, because that was bent out of shape and I just tossed it. And labor is absolutely free because that's how it works. And then on this side, all of my information is blacked out except for the fact that I live in the United States. And the resolution, though, is the important part down here. It says replace screws and clip, cleaned, inspected, adjusted, oiled, sharpened as needed. All right, adjusted is one of the big things about that, and I will get back to that in just a minute. But for now, let's look at sharpened as needed and then take a look at the blade. All right, so the edge on here is absolutely awesome. All right, looking at this edge, I cannot even tell where the nick was. Seriously, unless I'm looking at like a picture or the old video, I can't tell where that problem was. They did such a good job of sharpening out this edge. I mean, it looks really great. All right, and not only does it look really great, but it is extremely sharp. This is 154 cm blade steel on this knife, by the way. And what I've always said about Lifesharp is that it seems like the steel and the edges are even more fine-tuned coming from Lifesharp than from the factory. And it might be because they just give these knives a little bit more attention, you know, one-on-one attention than they do just boxing up a new blade from the factory. I don't know, but just very, very keen edge. So excellent job with that. You can see the G10 looks very good. They cleaned that up. Looks like they oiled it up a little bit too. Brand new clip over here. And then the last thing I really want to talk about is the action and the lockup. All right, and zooming back in on the lockup, you can see that is pretty darn good. It was very, very late previously, and now it's in really nice shape. And then the action is very, very smooth. Crisp opening and closing. Yeah, just no play, no up and down, no side to side, just perfectly functional knife. So again, in the past, really good experiences with Lifesharp, and this is probably the best one. So now I've got a knife that, although it's not brand new, and you can see there's a little bit of like fading in the stamps here, obviously a used blade, but it is 100% perfectly good to go, completely usable, and basically in terms of functionality, brand new. So really, really impressed again with Benchmade. My thanks to them for doing such a great job and getting the knife back to me so quickly, especially at the holiday season. So that was very, very cool. So wanted to follow up with you guys about that, just let you know the quality of the service being provided here. So I'm excited to have this one and incorporate this into my carry collection. Right now, the two knives I'm really carrying, besides this one now, is the Spyderco Efficient, which I will be doing the first look and overview video on in just the next couple days. So that is coming next. And then obviously the Para 3, I'm carrying that a lot as well, and I'll be following up with that sometime in the near future. Certainly going to have that on camera more than just the once. So again, stay tuned for all that stuff, but my thanks for watching and for tuning in at all, and I appreciate your time, and I will talk to you soon. So thanks very much, Happy New Year, and take care.